I'm Lucy Ferris, and I'm a second-year student at the Savannah campus for architecture. I'm going to bring you guys with me through my process up to my midpoint review for my architecture studio project about Pyramid Lake. Any good project, and the project for this class, is going to start with some research, a lot of research really, and some good concept sketches. Once I've selected a couple of concept drawings to work with, it's time to start making those concept drawings into concept models and study models, which I spend a lot of time doing, and I made a couple renditions of study models before I finally decided on my final model. This study model wasn't one of my final models, but it was one of the most solid videos I have of me making a study model, and I feel like it's a pretty good example of the process that it takes to make just a study model. It's not too complicated of a item, but it is pretty important to the process of a project. Once I've finally decided on a design that I like, I begin to work around with the site that I'm working with just so I can get a better understanding of exactly where my building's going to sit and what it's going to be sitting on. So here you can see me sped up working on my contour map, which ended up taking a very long time. I have a lot of videos of this, but this is just one of many. And this contour map helped me better understand where I was putting my building, what my orientation of my building was, and how it would sit on the land. Another important factor to my understanding of my topography was to draw my elevation profiles. I pulled elevation profiles from Google Earth, and then I drew them on paper so that I could have a good understanding of exactly what my site looked like from the north and south angle as well as the east and west angle. And then I was able to, in the future, draw my building on top of this so I could see how it would cut into the terrain and what it would change and what it wouldn't change and what would need to be added in terms of foundation. And once I've gotten a good understanding of my site, my building, and everything that's going to go into it, I can start working on my final model for the Midpoint project. This model ended up being done out of illustration board, and I used super glue to put it together, which in the future for my final rendition of this project, I'm probably going to use white glue so it looks a little bit less messy. But overall, up to this point of the project, it was a pretty good rendition of my building and gave me some good understanding of what I wanted to change and what I wanted to fix before the final project was due on March 14th. Overall, this project was really fun to work on, and it taught me a lot about what I needed to do and how to formulate an actual building from ideas, which is different than what I had done in my other fundamentals classes prior to this point.